Hi, my name's Steve and I have here for a confession. I want to lose a bit of fat. I'm not super duper fat, but I just want to lose a bit of fat. I just need to get rid of this bit here. See this bit? This tiny bit and here and here and this bit here and you know, how many times have I had that in the clinic when I was in practice? They just want to lose a bit of fat. They do the exercise. They're exercising well. They're eating well. They've just got a bit hanging off from somewhere which belongs to someone else. I don't know. It just seems to be foreign to them. It's cold. It's cold to touch. They've exercised. They've done what they can. They run millions of kilometres and go to the gym, and they can't budge this little bit of fat. Now, there is an answer to it, and it's called liposuction. Now, what is liposuction? Let's put that graphic up of liposuction. Look at that. That's how you do it. You stick a tube in someone and you suck it out. It ends up in a jar. Minutes later, the fat's gone from your belly. How good is that? It's done. And end of no, because some people don't want that. They don't want to spend thousands of dollars, go see a surgeon. They just want to somehow move this piece of fat there. Now, yeah, you've got to eat well, you've got to exercise, you can starve yourself, but there's some fat that's called subcutaneous fat, which is very difficult to get rid of. And subcutaneous means just under the skin fat. And that is the type of fat that's very difficult to remove. The other type of fat is the visceral fat, where you see guys with the belly. That's easier to remove, but subcutaneous fat is very difficult to remove. Liposuction, jar, gone, good, all done. Thousands of dollars, lot of risk. So we've got a graphic of subcutaneous and we've got a graphic there of what visceral fat is. So we're going to talk about that subcutaneous fat that's very, very difficult to move. I've got an idea first. I know how to get rid of my belly fat. I'll just do this. Hang on. This is what we used to do. You ready? Watching? Sit-ups. I want to do 100 a night, Brooker. Yeah, it'll work. Right, there we go. So, now, you know what that does? Makes you red in the face. You know what else it does? It tones up your belly, but it doesn't move the fat because you can't spot fat reduction. You've got a bit of fat there. You can't just do tricep exercise. You won't be able to get rid of it. And so you're stuck with it. Well, you were stuck with it, but a new paper came out here, and dermatologic therapy came out, which talks about a relatively new procedure. It's been around a few years now, but it's called CoolSculpting or cryotherapy. Now, or cryolipus is the other word for it. Now, cryolipus, you cry over your fat? No, it's cooling down your fat. Now, before you run off to the freezer and get the ice box and chuck it on your belly, that's not what it is. Cryotherapy is basically a machine that sits on your body and it sort of takes your fat, sucks it into like a claspy machine here and makes it very, very cold. How cold? Negative 10 degrees cold. So what does that do? Well, that actually kills your fat cells. It actually freezes your fat cells. Now, if you put a bottle of olive oil in the fridge, it goes solid. The fat in your body is sort of lubricating and a bit there. Once you solidify it, the cells crystallize and die. So this is a new treatment for getting rid of little pockets of fat. And you might think, wow, that sounds bloody painful. And it is. It's quite painful to do. But what it does is it frees your fat. Now, this paper talks about it. And what they did was they took these 28 people and they randomised them. Their average age was 52. My age, great. Because as you get older, it's tougher to lose these bits of fat. And what they did was they gave them on average 2.8 cryotherapy treatments, or 2 to 3. We'll keep it like that. And what they found was that they lost 40% of the fat in that particular area. So just 40% loss of body fat just by freezing. Now, remember, I'll say it a million times, got to eat well, and you got to live well, because that fat that's frozen, it basically breaks down and goes into your body to be metabolized. But the point here is you can now move that fat, get it into the system so you can burn it. That's the way to do it. So, if you've got these bits, that you want to get rid of, and you're not ready for liposuction yet, where they put the tube and it's back and forth motion like this and like a vacuum cleaner sucking out all your fat bits. You don't want that. That's thousands of dollars. That's surgeons. That's downtime. This thing is a new way to treat it. You freeze it. You walk in. You walk out. At my local shopping centre, there's one of these there. So if you're really worried about a little bit of fat that you just want to get rid of, even the chin fat, people got little chinny thing here, chin, you can burn that off too. You can freeze that off too. So this is a new study published 3rd of February 2021, and they quantified it as a 40% fat reduction in the area after 2.8 treatments. Should you do it? Yes or no? It's a debate. It's up to you. But just consider it before you go on to liposuction. And it means nowadays you can reduce that really hard to move fat. So consider it. It's called cryolipus, and check into it. And thanks for your time.